What is up, my crypto legends? How's everyone doing today? Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, see what can happen. Make sure to destroy the like button on your way in, guys, and let me go quickly through the comment section, of course, like always. Guys, smash up that like button for today's live stream. We're going to analyze the situation, what potential scenarios could happen. I would just want to let you know that, of course, I did close my short position from Bitcoin that I did have open during the weekend, okay, from Friday here when we did have the drop, coming all the way down to 19,300 and just closing the rest of the position today at this $19,000 range. Now, what could happen right now? The reason why I closed that position, remember, we talked about this Gartley pattern, all right, bearish Gartley pattern, and it did actually meet the C point of the Gartley right over here, which is this one right there, just wick down there, and I just managed to close the rest of the position at this range from that short. Now, what could happen, because we are seeing the S&P 500 getting a little bit of a kind of a bounce from this range. If we analyze the S&P 500, as you can see, we were at the lows. We were talking about this probably not being a successful breakout just yet, that we could get that recovery in the next coming days, even couple of weeks. For the moment, we are seeing some strength, a little bit of a strength here on the S&P 500. It is breaking lower highs, as you can see, and we do have the emergency meeting having been in 5 minutes, okay? Federal Reserve emergency meetings. That seems like there are some banks in the US that are struggling. So maybe there's going to be a massive recovery plan, or there's just going to be a big, massive crisis, just like when Lehman Brothers Bank back in 2008 declared bankruptcy. It looks like that we are at the verge of seeing some potential banks in the US, you know, filing for bankruptcy. Is there going to be a massive recovery plan and the money printer is going to get back on, or are they just going to finally, you know, collapse the market, get interest rates hikes up, and then of course then the market is just going to collapse in the next coming weeks? This is something that we are going to analyze looking at the charts. For the moment, it does look like that we can get that bounce here on the S&P 500 here from the $3,600 range, okay? Big support level, potentially not going to break down just yet. If we start recovering like this in the next coming days till next week, then of course this is the moment that I am going to start feeling bearish, going to be looking for that next lower high for the continuation to the downside. For the moment, I am leaning slightly bullish on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the main charts that I am feeling bullish. The only long position that I do have is a swing long on Ethereum here from the $1,290 range. And I do think that we can hit 1,400, even 1,500 in the next coming days, potentially after this huge, massive consolidation. This position is protected that I am in right now on Ethereum, and I will be looking to get back in if we do get volatility below $1,300, hitting 1,250 again, and 1,200 potentially, looking for that re-entry if we do get another consolidation or a swing failure, okay, from the lows. If we continue down, of course, then I won't be interested in entering a long position, only if we wick down and have another consolidation as a failed attempt breakout for that potential big recovery. All right, so let's go through the comment section, guys. Make sure to destroy the like button. Been very, very boring weekend. We got Bitcoin not doing much overall. I think the highs are likely to be tested. I'm leaning slightly bullish here for the highs, 19,600, 19,700 to be claimed. Let's see how we're going to react at this level, which is going to be big resistance, guys. We've been talking about this on yesterday's video, knowing that this is the value area high from this trading range. And it's going to be very big resistance, that $19,600 range, as you can see here on the chart. If we do start managing to break above this range with very high volume, then this is going to be very interesting. For the moment, this is just going to be resistance. This $19,600 area is going to be large resistance. Depending on how we react at that level, it might be a good shorting opportunity for me. As it is going to be big resistance. So let me just quickly go through the comment section, say hello to the community. We do have the Fed meeting, the emergency Fed meeting happening in the next coming minutes. Yo, Dippin, how are you doing? Boom, MD, how are you doing? Start bro fast. Forpa, how are you doing? What do you think, guys, today market, green or red? Well, very good question. In the next coming minutes, we're going to have, potentially some volatility. I know it's a private meeting, so we're potentially not going to have that volatility till the next 30 minutes or 1 hour, as it is a private meeting. Or maybe there is going to be volatility, guys. We don't really know. It's not an open speech or meeting that they're going to do. It's private, so we're probably not going to see the volatility exactly now in the next coming minutes. Might be in about half an hour, 1 hour. And says pump first. Potentially we're going to see a pump. Right, let's go. Believe it or leave it. Dump or pump? That is the question. Mr. Half Infinite, how are you doing? Hi. Pump, rejection, dump. Then global economic sentiment isn't changing despite BTC holding its range. Just tuned over from Natalie. She is good, but there is one bad man in this town. I won't call his name. Right. Okay. David, Mr. Half Infinite, Eyes of Lazard. Could this be the reversal? Also very possible. Remember, we have been consolidating after this big, massive drop. Okay. We did have the pump, then the big, massive drop, and we are consolidating. So in my personal opinion, there is a high chance in actually getting a slight reversal, maybe attempting to hit 20,000, maybe to hit 21,000, right? Because from this major large drop, we've only had this consolidation volatility. When this happens, you usually have that reversal to start hitting some resistance, to start hitting some fib levels. So this is why I think, despite what news could come out, I'm leaning slightly bullish, for that little reversal before continuing to the downside. I missed my long position. Well, don't worry. Obviously, this level was huge support. Okay, we talked about this major level for the last, latest video, the last few days on the live streams, the latest videos. Okay, taking a look here at the value area low and value area high from this trading range, guys. This was mentioned on yesterday's video, and it is up to you, of course. If this is big support, the most likely scenario at a support is that you will get a bounce from it. If the most likely scenario hitting a resistance, of course, is that you are going to get rejected. It doesn't mean, it does look scary when the price is hitting a resistance strongly, but the likely scenario is getting rejected instead of breaking it. There will be at some point, of course, that we need to break out successfully out of this major zone. But just a few hours ago, we got that support. We got that beautiful support here. This is from the Gartley pattern, the C point, then to the D point, beautiful long position that I made here, beautiful short right there. And yeah, this was the take profit too from the short position here, just slightly below $20,000. It was $18,800 range. We talked about this, the last few days since we were shorting from this level. So we hit that level. That was the take profit zone. It's the value area low from this area. We got support. It's the value area low for the last 10, 12 days here. Trading zone. This is massive support. So what happened? Yes, of course, we did get that pretty nice bounce here today. Right now, we're going to start facing resistance. This 19,500, 19,600 is starting to be resistance. But is it a good short? That is the question. Well, of course, having the news today, having the emergency meeting, nobody knows what really is going to happen. Are they going to have a massive, recovery plan? Or are they just going to massively dump the market saying we're in recession? There are banks that are going to file for bankruptcy, and we're going to start seeing a massive turnover. For the moment, S&P 500, is looking to have that potential recovery. It is having a little bit of pumpy action here for the last couple of hours. As you can see here, it's breaking a resistance zone from lower highs. So it's managing to hold this $3,600 range. So a bigger recovery is possible. But like I said, we do have the emergency meeting. Anything could happen. DXY is dropping hard. Also the DXY is at this support level. Okay, we did form a kind of a descending wedge here, but there was no real big momentum, no real big breakout. Of course, from a descending wedge, if you are going to break out, you want to see a big blast off. If you start fizzling out, then yeah, this pattern is invalidated. Basically, you haven't had massive momentum to the upside, so it's not a pattern that you need to pay attention if you have this sideways action. So right now, it's just holding this major support level, wanting to break down. If it does manage to break down, which I do think there's a high possibility on the DXY, it's just about to lose a little bit of this momentum. And of course, we're going to have the next big major support at the 110 zone here, as you can see. So for the moment, DXY is looking bearish, which does look like Bitcoin could have that pump, could have that bigger relief rally. So it is very, very possible. Very, very possible we could see Bitcoin pumping. I'm only in a long position on Ethereum, because on Ethereum, the support is insane. This is a major support. GamePro, how are you doing? We're going to go through Ethereum, and Ethereum is the asset that is giving me confidence too long. And you might think, what? You're crazy. You need to take a look at the S&P, DXY, Bitcoin, which is the number one. Yeah, but not feeling that confident in long in Bitcoin. But yes, Ethereum, as Ethereum has the strongest support level from the last few months at $1,200. We've been talking about this. There's massive confluence of Ethereum actually getting a pretty large bounce after this consolidation from this range. So that's the only long position that I am in right now. Position is protected. I'm well aware of potential volatility. Remember, I am having very good risk management, protecting position just in case we have a massive roll down, just in case, there is really bad news coming out today. So, yeah, just being aware. Bitcoin, says Nick. Let's get a good show today. Smash the like, guys. Racing Pixel, thanks for joining, my man. I got Seb here also. Thanks for joining, Seb. I got Thomas saying golf tomorrow, golf and Dratch. I got a mate here in the live stream and asking me if I'm going to go and play golf tomorrow with him. And yes, very likely. So golf tomorrow by the looks of things. Hi, Andy. We might test June lows tonight. We might just test June lows tonight, says Faris. Well, let's take a look at that. There is a possibility. If we go to the 4-hourly chart, let's go to the 4-hourly chart and we can see, the June lows are all the way down at $17,500 range. Are they going to be tested tonight? I am actually looking for that reversal. I am looking for a little bit of pumpy action. It's a little bit too obvious. I think there are too many bearish people, too much sentiment, too much recession out there, recession. I think, a potential big bull market inside of the recession is going to happen, right? A big relief rally, and this does happen inside of, predicted recessions, like everybody's saying, there's massive recession going on and rest of it. Well, inside of this bear market situation, we could see relief pumps, big relief pumps. So we need to be aware of this also, especially after creating a large consolidation. Let's take a look at the comment section. I grabbed a small short on Ethereum at $1,323. Hey, why not? You must have your analysis. You're doing your own thing. Absolutely. Please give an explanation why shorting Ethereum at this level. Are we hitting big major resistance? Well, we are hitting the point of control from the volume traded the last 11 to 12 days. As you can see, point of control is exactly at the $1,325 range. As you can see, big spike on the point of control. So yeah, it does kind of make sense a little bit that, that is a potential short. But yeah, Ethereum, yeah, hitting basically, getting that volatility below the value area low. We can see value area low from this trading range the last 12 days. Volatility right over here, managing to hold, getting acceptance as support, finally getting that pump. These value area highs and lows are very, very helpful to also find support and resistance levels. You can see right over here, beautiful rejection here, not a successful breakout, and then back in the range and coming down to test the low area. For the moment, it is hitting point of control, but inside a big trading range, I think, the highs can be tested, 1,350, 1,360. I think it's a very, very high possibility in testing the value area high from this trading range on Ethereum. So yeah, I wouldn't be too sure about that short. But anyway, I am fine, Andy. Enjoying your live. Did not trade at weekend. Looking for a good one. Game Pro, absolutely phenomenal. I didn't also trade the weekend. I just left the trade open from the short position. They absolutely crushed it. Insane trading week. I had a really nice trading week, and I'm not in a rush for any trading, guys. This is the thing. If you overtrade, if you have had a good trading week, I'm just going to wait for those nice, clear opportunities. We're just in a big, massive, boring range at this moment. I don't see any big major patterns just yet. Look at this price action from the weekend, from the 30th of September. We did have this nice spike to the upside. This is the volatility that we want to see to catch some trades with some potential patterns. Just after that, we've just came down to make the target, and this is the kind of price action that we're having. Not really big momentum, big volatility. We're just in a big range here, so it's very, very tricky to say, to find those opportunities. Of course, you could see those major patterns on the lower time frames. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart, guys, or the 3-minute chart, to potentially find some nice scalping opportunities, some really nice scalping trades here on Bitcoin. Yeah, let me just do a little bit of analysis here on Bitcoin at this level, because it does look, we're in a big range. So what we want to do is range trade. Okay, if we're looking for scalping opportunities, we want to range trade. We haven't still hit the value area high. I think that this correction could get a pretty nice pump if we were to why there is a relatively nice, it's not huge, but there's an okay spike in volume here to the upside. The only bad thing is that we've already tested the highs. The thing, when we spike up on with volume and price action, what I want to see is that high not being retested yet and hit big support levels. If the highs are retested and we come down to support, that we've created a small double top scenario. We've actually tested the highs, and this is what has happened in the lower time frames. As you can see, the highs have been tested already the last hour. And what we like to do is this price action over here, this correction, to come all the way down to the support level and then get the bounce to test the highs. This didn't happen. We've already tested the highs. So this is why this is very likely a dangerous long level. S&P 500, we're getting a little bit of a correction at this moment as we speak. Made a cheeky 200 scalp on this drop on Solana just now. Oh, cheeky scalp. Cheeky $200. Absolutely phenomenal. Andy, thoughts on manufacturing PMI today? Yeah, this news already came out. We didn't see much volatility. So this news was at 4 o'clock Central European time, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there we have it. 4 o'clock Central European time, manufacturing PMI was out. Forecast was 52.9. We didn't see much volatility. I think it was very much expected. So yeah, we didn't see that volatility, unfortunately. Mariella, Scalp, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the live stream. Hi dear Andy, can you turn on captions, please? We have a friend who is very interested in your analysis, but he is deaf. Okay. Please help if it's possible. Absolutely. We'll be looking into this, of course, Famula. Thanks for letting me know. Make sure to join the Telegram and we can go through this. In November, BTC price will be above $25,000 for sure. Wow, we got someone that is very, very bullish. It's well, a $5,000 pump is not much. Okay, so the possibility of Bitcoin 25K in November. Absolutely. I even think that Bitcoin could hit $30,000, maybe in the next coming months before actually crashing back down in 2023, guys. All right. We don't want to get extremely excited on the run up. Okay. But we do have big rallies out of nowhere inside of a bear market, inside of a recession. They do happen, guys, and then potentially we could crash straight back down. People are going to get over bullish, over excited. I told you the bottom was in, and we're going to go to much higher levels. And of course, then we're going to see, that big, massive surprise crash, really entering into that recession in 2023. For the moment, that is only just pure speculation. Of course, going all the way up there, but we just want to show you that, that example from back in 2018, 2019, where we did see that big major rally inside of that massive big bear market. Okay, we went from $19,000 range all the way down to 3,200, and just in a few months we went all the way up to $14,000 almost here inside of the bear market. Of course, did this mean that we were going to reach all-time high and break it? Absolutely not. We actually corrected after that and had major bearish events following that year. So yeah, that possibility in getting the big relief rally is very, very possible, guys. And I think it is likely it's just going to be a big, massive short squeeze, and we could have massive pumpy action inside of the bear market. Bear market doesn't mean that we're going to go down in a straight line. You guys know this. So, Andy, show some results of Fed meeting soon out. Let me know, guys, because yeah, the Fed meeting, the secret meeting, the emergency meeting was not announced here on Trading Economics and some other pages that I've been looking at. So if you do have the link on any kind of results, let me know down below in the comment section, of course. Nikki, how are you doing? Hello, bro. Fed meeting live. Fed meeting is a private meeting, so I don't think it's live. Hi Andy, when is your private Discord starting? At the end of October. Are people calling BTC at 12k or 15k and such any legitimate? If we happen to be in a major financial crisis, will Bitcoin follow its down pattern? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. In my opinion, there is a massive correlation with the S&P 500, okay? Dow Jones, S&P 500, if they do get a big major collapse in the next coming weeks, months. Of course, Bitcoin will follow. Bitcoin is not a safe haven asset just yet, and it's very, very highly correlated with the traditional stocks such as S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq. Okay, if they were to have that big massive drop, losing big major support level, Bitcoin will very likely follow, and we will be going to the downside. So yeah, this is I'm scalping on Magix until I can use Bybit again, says Mariella. When likes, says Seb. Yeah, guys, when likes, we're over 500 people watching the stream. Make sure to destroy the like button on the stream. Unfortunately, there's not much going on, guys. We're actually in a very boring sideways market. I do not see any big patterns or anything. We're just at, of course, this was a really nice support. I mean, I was in a short, could have longed this level, could have longed this range. Okay, this was not a bad longing opportunity. Why? Because you can watch yesterday's video. There's either a breakout of the let me just go here quickly onto the Bybit chart, and just explain this scenario. Go out from the logarithmic. On yesterday's video, we talked about big major zones for a big breakout to determine what direction are we going to go. Where do we have our support at $18,800 range? Where do we have our resistance at $19,600 levels? Okay, so we either break down from this, with a large amount of volume and to continue to the downside, or we break above 19,600, and I mean a big breakout. If we start hitting 19,700, 19,800, with very, very low volume, this is likely to get rejected. Don't get excited. Don't get excited just because we're wicking above 19,600. We want to see a solid big breakout. Don't worry, the opportunities will come. I am not a breakout trader. When I see that we've moved out a major range, then I'll be waiting for the retracements. I will be waiting for the levels, and then of course I will be doing my trading. Right now, if we do not break out from this range that we talked about on yesterday's video, it's support and it is resistance. So you do have that opportunity of that long position here just a few hours ago from this level. Okay, so that $18,880 range, which was a pretty nice long. I was inside of the short, didn't manage to catch this, but once I did see that we did hit that $18,800 levels, it was enough for me to actually close the rest of my position from my short. So we're still inside this very, very boring range. Haha, yeah, you called that long yesterday. Literally said if it hits not 18,900. Yeah, I mean, it's support, and we know the deal. We know the deal. Support is support. You can get that bounce from that value area low. The $18,800 range. We were talking basically on the potential direction from the breakout. Okay. Or getting the bounce from this level. If we break out, then of course we can follow the trend, get into that lower high. So yeah. Hi Andy, any news on Bitcoin Beans on Toast meeting? Please check. Lovely Inu, please. Lovely Inu, no way. Wiko Lee, hi dear Andy, can you turn on caption please? We have a friend who is very interested in your analysis but is deaf. Please help if it's possible. Yes, absolutely, we'll be activating. Let me know. Let me know if it is. I will activate it. I won't activate it right now, but I will. I will activate it. Lee, thanks for the Wiko Lee. Thanks for the super chat. I will activate caption on the live streams. Thank you very much for the super chat, and I will be doing that. Not going to do it right now because I need to go through settings, and yeah, I'm going to lose a few minutes while I'm live, but I will be doing that for the next live stream. Okay, it is noted. Thank you very much for the super chat. I will be activating caption. Right, let's go through the comment section. Lovely Inu, what is this? Come on, do we really want to take a look at these kind of altcoins? Come on, why not? Lovely Inu. Lovely Inu Finance. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is absolutely gotten destroyed. It had some massive pumpy action in July and August, and got straight back down. Classic pump and dump altcoin. Right. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Why not? Obeyed. I think Chainlink is on the verge of a potential rally. All the way to $8.70. You know, I do still think that, you know, we are creating higher lows right over here. And I do think that this major resistance zone from $8, $8.10 will be broken in the next coming days. Maybe it will take about a week or so. If I am going to take this as a bearish Gartley, of course, you know, once we hit these levels, I am looking for a major correction. We're still inside a big major zone on Chainlink since May, trading in between $5.50 and $9.90. We're just in a big, massive range. And what we want to do is, of course, trade inside the range, okay? Knowing how to detect those big major resistance and support levels. And on Chainlink, okay, I think the value area levels, you know, we're not helping. We're just at the point of control right now from the volume traded since May. If I do take a look at the VPVR, you know, it's at point of control. Huge amount of volume traded at this level. The $7.20 has been big, massive resistance here, as you can see. Big, massive support back into resistance, you know, and just, you know, managing to hold the range. So we're at the middle of the range, which is pretty big support, point of control. And I am expecting Chainlink, because there are some big, massive Chainlink news. Also, we do know that Chainlink has partnered with Swift, okay? And yeah, I think there could be some, you know, big pumpy action happening for Chainlink. For the moment, short-term movement, I think Chainlink is very likely to hit the $8.70, $8.80 range in the next, you know, one week approximately. You know, it might be in the next coming days. It might be, you know, by next week, but I am looking for that, you know, leg here to the upside. Of course, this is if Bitcoin and the traditional markets are going to behave, because if we are going to see, you know, the DXY managing to hold the range, this has been a failed breakout, massive pumpy action in 1 week, and the stock market having a major collapse, then yeah, this is not going to help these altcoins with these patterns, of course. So going through Bitcoin, it is also likely to get a bounce from this level. I mean, the volume is very, very low. Volume is extremely low. And I do not like low volume. You guys know this. Volume is absolutely key. And we've tested the highs already from the breakout. Yeah, this is no high probability trade here. It would have been nice to get into one of those trades on the live stream. You know this, guys, but if I don't see the opportunity, I will not take that trade. I mean, latest live streams was absolutely phenomenal. I was very much waiting for this, you know, 19.9k level to shorted that live, okay, on the 30th of September, just a couple of days ago. And also, this was on Friday, actually. Yeah, also really nice long position on a live stream here on the 26th of September. Beautiful Gartley pattern right there. Bang, 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 you know, getting that momentum on the live stream. And I do want to do some live trades, guys, and live setups. But you know that this market has been absolutely insanely boring for the last few days. I do like this level as resistance, as support at this moment, okay? Very well respected as resistance. You can see resistance. We didn't manage to reach the level here. We did right over there. We've had a kind of okay breakout with some volume. You know, it's not massive volume. I mean, there is a possibility. And let's go to the lower time frames. You know, because it is fun to scalp here together with the community. You know, looking for those potential nice setups. Volume is going extremely low. You know, what would be the ideal scenario is to get a kind of a dump here and a recovery, a consolidation. Let's take a look at some fib levels from the ultimate low here to the highs. 50% fib level is at 19,300. Got some nice support there, nice resistance that should be turning into support at the 50% fib level, 19,300. Volume is going lower and lower. If we do get this drop and volume goes extremely low, you know, it's a potential, there is a potential scalp long. The only thing that is ugly here is this price action. That is the only ugly price action that we do have right now, giving us less probability in actually getting a bounce from this range. Why is it giving us less probability? Because we've already tested the highs. Highs have been tested. So the bullishness that there should be here if this high wasn't being tested, you know, has basically disappeared with this, you know, kind of double top scenario. Yeah. It's not the best looking scene right now. MCRT, please take a look at MCRT. Absolutely, we're going to take a look at MCRT right away. Why not? Please live trade. Yes, I know we want to do a live trade, but yeah, if anything, I would be looking for longs on this drop. Please live trade. Yeah, I do want to live trade also if I do see an opportunity. Yeah. Mi querido y estimado Andy, te ves muy bien hoy. ¿Qué tal el fin de semana? Me cuentan que te fuiste a esquiar en los Alpes suizos. No, I haven't gone skiing. Bufo is asking me if I've gone skiing. I am going skiing by the end of December for New Year. So yeah, I haven't been going skiing in the Swiss Alps, unfortunately. I'm bullish on Chainlink as well as soon as it hits $2, says Racing Pixel. Is BTC going to 19,023? I don't know. Why should it go down there? Maybe for the moment, we you know, on the very, very low time frames, we have gone to we have hit a major, we are hitting support at this moment here on the lower time frames. It's not the best looking trading scenario, just because we've retested the highs already, guys. It would have been ideal to create this and then come and test the highs and exit your position at these highs at 19,500. But doesn't look bad. What is the stock market doing? Stock market managing to hold here. A little bit of a correction. DXY, is DXY finally breaking the support? No, it's not. It's getting supported. DXY is getting supported from this range. Yeah, it's a little bit of a difficult one right now. You might meet me mountain camping with my Vespa, says Oliver. Phenomenal. How did you learn to speak Spanish? I was born in Spain, so yeah, been to Spanish school, Spanish friends. The only reason I know English is because of my mother. She is from the United Kingdom. She is from the Isle of Man. I speak in English to my mum, and also by reading books, mainly trading books, because I didn't read much school books. Bro, you are underrated in crypto analysis in YouTube. You deserve 100k watching. Love you. Keep grinding. Thank you very much, Abdullah. Very nice, kind words. I want to take my girlfriend to the Alps this winter, says Usar. Absolutely phenomenal. Why not? I'm not bearish. I won't be in a long if I am. I am a little worried that everyone is bullish and of the volatility of this urgent Fed meeting. Yes, exactly. You know, we could see that volatility happening. Volatility is not happening at this moment. You know, and the Fed meeting is right now. But why isn't there volatility? Well, it's a closed meeting. It's a private meeting. It's not an open to the public meeting. So, you know, once the meeting is finished, we're probably going to see, you know, a lot of these press conference at the outdoors of the meeting, right, saying what's happened, what's going on. And that is where potentially we're going to see the volatility. It might be in half an hour from now. It might be in 1 hour from now. So, yeah, stay cautious, guys. If you are doing any trading, make sure to protect positions and stay cautious for that potential volatility coming. I would like to long Chainlink for a week or two. Where's that? Be safe a bet. Me gusta a tu live stream. Cualidad, says Hex. Yeah, I mean, I am also thinking in getting into that long on Chainlink. Okay, for that speculation of this potential Gartley pattern, all right, bearish Gartley pattern. We just had a major correction. You know, just imagine getting into a long at this range. You'll be heavy and underwater right now. This, you know, if you are speculating a potential pattern that could happen, you know, you don't want a long while you're pumping, right? You want a long when you're correcting and you're hitting a massive support level. On Chainlink, you are hitting support at this moment, because it's the point of control, as you can see from the volume traded the last 5 months almost, guys. This is looking at May. This is looking, you know, price action from May. So that pump from this level at support is very, very, very possible. Of course, as soon as you start claiming these highs and hitting the 7-8 fib level from this drop, that is the moment you want to get out your position. Yeah, I would be very, very conservative with stop loss below the C point. You know, this is a 2-to-1 risk to reward trade, approximately, okay? It's not a huge risk to reward. But I am looking for Chainlink to hit that $8.70 potentially in the next coming days. Now, of course, analyzing these altcoins is very much, you know, we need to be very, very aware of the current market situation, S&P 500, the Dow Jones, you know, and it does look like that the S&P 500 could get that bounce from these lows. You know, there's a high chance we're consolidating here for the last few days. So why not get that bounce? And if we take a look at the lower time frames, you know, there are some small signs of strength, right, from this consolidation. Small signs of strength, so that, you know, potential relief rally in the coming days is possible, which is going to help Bitcoin. It's going to help some altcoins also to get that pump. So yeah, it's very, very possible. During today, I would be very aware, guys, if you're longing, if you're shorting, just in case we do get that volatility from that emergency Fed meeting in the next coming hours. You know, as soon as we get the press, you know, trying to make you know, everyone that was in that meeting to talk to what have they been talking about, then that is when you could potentially see that volatility. We need more haters. People won't believe this guy gets so much love. Thank you, Seb. Will you be covering the aftermath of the meeting? Probably not. I mean, probably tomorrow. You know, as soon as we do have some potential, you know, news from it, then yeah, well, I'll be talking about it tomorrow. But it's a private meeting, guys. This is why we're not seeing that volatility just yet. Andy Hermano, I just joined the live stream. Dollar going down, help and thanks, says Rafael. Well, yeah, dollar index, the dollar index DXY is at support, guys. We're not going to lie. It's, you know, it has been going down. We had a massive big wick here, as you can see, kind of a swing failure. You know, there is a possibility in getting a bounce here on the DXY, and this is not going to be good for Bitcoin. There is a possibility right there. Bro, we know you can't trade because the market is very boring. Yeah, exactly. We're not seeing volatility. We're not seeing big major patterns. You know, yeah. For the moment, we are getting this bounce from this support level that we just talked about. So, you know, I'm not in this long. But it was the only trade scalp scenario that I could see at this moment. You know, there's not much volatility. The only reason why is because we broke above a major resistance zone here at the $19,300 range. Just came back down to test the levels. So there is a possibility in hitting the highs, even though we've already hit them. You know, it's not there's not an insane high probability from this long. Okay, even though it might hit it. You know, there's maybe a 55% chance that we're gonna retest the highs of 19,500. You know, but I want to see more probability, right? And this to give me more probability, we shouldn't have retested the highs here of basically the highs that we just created about 2 hours ago at 19,000, just slightly below 19,500. Well, Coty is moving. Let's take a look at Coty. Why not? Long time since I haven't analyzed Coty. Let's see Coty, what's going on. Coty's having a little bit of pumpy action. Hey. A little bit of pumpy action today with Coty. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we could see a bigger relief rally in the coming days if Bitcoin and stock markets were to behave. You know, large drop that we did have in April and May. Sideways action. This is, you know, very likely to have some pumpy action. Very, very possible. Larger pumpy action. Not much to analyze on these altcoins, guys. Stay cautious with the volatility of these altcoins. At this exact moment, we're hitting the resistance from the highs in August, as you can see right there. So we could get heavily rejected from this range. If we continue breaking up, we could create a higher low scenario to claim the highs, guys, or almost claim the highs at the 618. Okay, we're looking for those trading scenarios. Matic is doing good. Why everything in Spanish? Because I am Spanish. Do you mean TradingView? TradingView is in Spanish. Oh no, TradingView is in English actually. So I'm not sure where you're reading the Spanish here. Please take a look at MCRT. Let's take a look at MCRT here for the community. Why not? MCRT US dollar. MCRT, what is this? MCRT, MagicCraft. Okay, I actually know James from MagicCraft. Yeah, there's not much to analyze on this. You know, this is a very, very low cap gaming crypto project, and not much to say about this one. Okay, it's only been added to some exchanges not very long ago. So yeah, had a pretty nice run. Yeah, they were doing some pretty nice marketing in the summer. Pretty nice run up. It does look like it is getting supported from some major levels here. As you can see, MagicCraft is getting that beautiful bounce from this last high region from August. So managing to hold that resistance, turning into support right now and having some bullish momentum. Yeah, not much we can analyze doing technicals on this, okay? When will charts be in English? Hey, the charts are in English, right? Copy, price, paste. Andy, where's the first support coming under 17.5, 18K range? Okay, very good question. Let's analyze that. I think it's going to be very hard to say. Very, very hard to say. Because, I mean, I can take a look at Bitstamp here. And this is what we talked about on yesterday's video. If you didn't check out yesterday's video, check it out, because the first couple of minutes of the video, I talk about this scenario, looking at the weekly chart, you know, breaking below the lows of June, which is at 17.5K, right? If we break below the lows right there successfully, Bitcoin is likely to come down finally to those 12K levels. Okay, it might be 13K, it might be 11K, but it's likely to hit that the 12K range or getting close. One of the main reasons why is because of the kind of price action that we did have back here in the last cycle. Okay, from $12,000 range, which is this level over here, right? This level is $12,000. Okay, let me just get a horizontal line here better and explain the scenario, right? This is the 12K range. So the price action from 12K to 19K was very, very fast, okay? And when you have very fast price action going to a certain level, you don't leave much volume behind that range, okay? So we've had, you know, massive price action. When we created this resistance at, you know, the $12,000 levels, it was hit several times back in 2019, in 2020. As soon as we broke that level, price action went relatively fast in just a couple of weeks, okay, 2-3 weeks, all the way up to $19,000. So we know that price action in between 12,000 and 19,000 has happened very fast. This is why, main reason why we're defending this level, guys. The bulls are defending the $19,000 range. We do not want to see that break down below 17.5, because if it does happen, we are likely to come down to this $12,000 levels, okay? We have left hardly any volume on the volume profile. As you can see, the big volume starts at 12K. So we are likely to have this fast price action to the downside if we fail, you know, this 17.5, $18,000 range. We can test it. We might be creating a swing failure, so we need to be paying attention on what kind of price action and volume, guys. But if we start dropping and dropping, we could see, you know, that big massive move back down to $12,000, because there's no volume between $12,000 and $19,000. There's no volume. Price action goes fast, up, down here, as you can see on the all-time high. Massive breakout in October of 2020. Shoot straight back up here in just a few weeks, all the way up to 19K. You know, biggest example I could give you is right over here. Look at this. I mean, easiest example. What happened as soon as we lost, you know, successfully the $30,000 range, okay, 28, 30K level, okay, price action from the all-time high breakout. Look at the price action going up from $19,000 all the way to $30,000. You know, it just went up there in 2-3 weeks. Bitcoin moved $10,000 in 2-3 weeks, all the way up there. What happens when you have this massive hype and massive, you know, this is whale momentum, this is massive big buying pressure as soon as you break all-time high, as you can see, you know, we managed to create a support here in the summer of 2021 of $30,000, right? Range 29, 28.8, 30, you know, bouncing, not managing to break down, as you can see. What happened? You know, we had a massive wick here holding the range. As soon as we had that nice weekly candle below the $29,000 level, below the lows here, okay, you can see the lows also here in January of 2021. As soon as that happened, next week collapsed straight down to the all-time high, because the price action in between 19K and 30K was fast in the past. We didn't leave any type of resistance support levels. We didn't scale all the way up there healthy in a healthy way. It was just a big massive pump. So what happens, of course, if you break a certain support level that is holding nicely, yeah, you're going to have that same fast price action to the downside also. So this is why this level right now, where we're at right now, you know, someone asked me, you know, which is the next support level below 17.5K, which is the June lows. I'm going to say, you know, we will likely to drop down to $12,000. It is very, very highly probable because we haven't left any kind of volume. We haven't left strength on the chart, you know. Just like here, we did not leave any strength on the chart. As soon as we lost that level, look what happened. Bang, straight back down to our next major level of strength, which was the all-time high. So which is our next level of strength below the June lows? It is $12,000. It is $12,000. Price action didn't leave any type of strength back in October and November of 2020. So yeah, it's a critical level at this moment. If we lose the June lows, you know, it's gonna likely to come down to $12,000. So that's what I can give you on that. Yeah, BNB coin prediction, please. Let's take a look at. Let's do some analysis on BNB. Why not? What do you think the chance of a good outcome from the Fed meeting is? Good outcome is, I know that, you know, the reason why they made a meeting, an emergency meeting, is that there are some potential banks that can collapse, that they are filing for bankruptcy, just like Lehman Brothers did, and some other couple of banks that I can't remember the names right now, back in 2008. So there's a kind of the same signs are repeating, you know. So this emergency meeting, you know, there's two outcomes, you know, there's the bullish and there's the bearish one. The bearish one is that, you know, Federal Reserve is not going to do anything. You know, the banks need to give back money to the Federal Reserve. So, you know, there's either the insanely bearish scenario that the Fed is saying, you know, we cannot do anything, you know, inflation is too high, and you just have to claim for bankruptcy, and there's going to be a massive scary recession, you know, and a massive collapse. And then there's the bullish outcome where the Fed is going to say, right, I think we could do some quantitative easing, you know, for 3-6 months to try and recover, you know, some banks, and that would be the kind of bullish scenario, right? Which I do not think is going to happen, but who knows? Who knows? Crazy times that we are living in right now. Yeah. Just imagine saying, you know, Federal Reserve coming out in the next meeting, open, you know, speech, you know, we've decided that, you know, we're going to lower interest rates and do quantitative easing for the next 3 to 6 months to try and pump up the economy. And that is obviously going to be bullish. You know, there will be a massive recovery in the market, but I think it is unlikely to happen. It is unlikely. But yeah, we are going to see some US banks in the next coming months, maybe weeks, filing for bankruptcy potentially, unless there's going to be a private rescue from the Federal Reserve. So yeah, that's my outlook on that. Where to find the newsletter? Well, if you go directly to the Federal Reserve page, you might see something there in the next coming hours. Do you know what time the news from the Fed meeting will be announced today? Well, it was at 11:30 Eastern US time. So it must have come out, you know, they're potentially in the meeting right now. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing, because it's a private meeting. We're not seeing anything yet. We're not seeing volatility. You know, volatility might come in the next 1 to 2 hours as soon as the meeting is finished, and there is going to be a press conference somewhere, or I don't know what's going to happen. But so short or long? Good question. I am actually in a protected long position on Ethereum. Yeah, but I don't want to rush into any longs, guys. Like I said, I wish we did have a clear long, a clear trade scenario just like we did last week, okay? Because last week was absolutely insane. Basically, all of the predictions from last week played out. All of them. It was an insane trading week. Last week was a very nice trading week. So yeah, talked about a short term. Yeah, Bitcoin holding by a thread from this range. Stock market, what is it doing? Consolidating at this range. Stock market is good. We're getting that bounce. We're getting the DXY holding the range. I think let's take a look at the S&P 500 at this moment, because I mean S&P 500 has managed to hold this range. It is breaking a descending channel scenario from lower highs and lower lows. What else can we say? What else? Fixed range here for the last 7-8 days. Yeah, biggest resistance on the S&P 500 at this moment is 3,710, which is the value area high. We got acceptance already inside of this range. We're above point of control from the volume traded the last 7 days approximately. So yeah, I mean there is a possibility that the S&P 500 can create a higher low if it does dump. I mean, it all depends on the volatility that we could see in the next coming hours, okay? There is a possibility that, whatever that meeting outcome is going to be, stay cautious, guys. We could see anything, in the next coming hours, a huge pump or a huge crash. Stay extremely cautious if you are doing any trading. I'm long on S&P, Nasdaq, and gold on PrimeXBT, says Alif. Absolutely phenomenal. I am in no trades at this moment. I am looking to trade. I hope you did enter a long position at low levels, Alif, and protecting position, of course, because of the potential volatility. But absolutely phenomenal. I got someone here saying that is trading on PrimeXBT, S&P 500, Nasdaq, and what was the other one? Nasdaq and gold. This is the beauty of PrimeXBT. You can trade all of these assets using crypto as collateral. You're using USDT, USDC, Bitcoin, or Ethereum if you wish as collateral. I am using Bitcoin personally because I'm trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin on this trading platform. But you can trade S&P 500, gold, oil, natural gas, Forex. And you do get an insane bonus down below, guys, of up to $7,000. You basically get 7% added to your deposit. So if you deposit $10,000 on PrimeXBT, you're getting $700. If you deposit $100,000, you're getting $7,000 using Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code that you need to put here when you sign up with the link, okay? Once you sign up with the link in the description, you need to put Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code so you can get that 7% added to your deposit. Yeah, it's my favorite trading platform using these different ones. Andy, you are the greatest. You are ever on the good side. Keep going on the great shows. Gents, thank you very much. There's not much going on, guys. I think there is a high possibility that we could get a bounce from this level, guys. $19,300. You know why? There is a little bit of risk here. A little bit of risk because the highs have kind of been tested. S&P 500, there is a little bit of bullish momentum here. I think we can pump on the S&P, and also looking at Bitcoin, it is at a strong support. Okay, it is at a pretty strong support. We've had a slightly volume breakout. I mean, there's no real big momentum here. But if anything, the deal. I would long from this level. I'm not going to long because it's not a very high probability scenario for me, unfortunately. But we have broken resistance zone from yesterday and today, which is the 19,300. Look at this big rejections that we were getting from the level. We actually finally broke it, and we are, getting that reaction from the late range. And this is what we want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see that reaction. And we are having this reaction, of course, from the $19,300 levels. Let's take a look at the comment section right away. Short, long, don't trade. This is the good question. Yeah, I'm not trading at this moment. I've had a very good trading week. I don't see high probability scenarios. We are in a big, massive trading range. Of course, I'm leaning, like we said yesterday, guys, I made a video on how to detect, the potential next, short-term trend, sorry. And basically, it's looking at these big, massive support and resistance levels. $18,800 range and $19,600 range. We need a clear, big breakout to start getting out from this zone, okay? Because this zone is already getting a little bit confusing. There's too much of a zone in here. We need to start getting out of this zone, right? This has been a chapter in Bitcoin, trading in between 18.5 and $20,000 for the last, 10, 15 days almost. It's time to move out from this chapter. As soon as we move out, we're going to start finding major opportunities. Okay, but we need to move out already from this zone. I'm getting tired from this zone, and especially from this price action that we're creating. Okay, it's just very, very, it's no man's land, right? This is no man's land. So I have that question also, guys, long or short. Because I don't know, I am not going to trade it, because we need to get out of this zone. We need a breakout from the zone. But when I look at the Ethereum chart, I am slightly bullish on Ethereum. You know why? If you watched my live streams from, the last 2 weeks, since we were trading inside of this ascending broadening wedge, this low $1,200, $1,250 range was a major target to hit and get a bounce from. You can check that video. You can check that live stream. Let me just tell you the exact date. The exact date is from the 14th or 15th of September. We talked about on the live stream, we are likely to come down to test the $1,250 range, especially because we're forming this ascending broadening wedge. We're creating this lower high scenario, and it's just very likely, of course, ascending broadening wedge are bearish. We had the measured move target, of course, that would take us to the 1,350 and have that continuation to the downside, and very much expecting a bounce from this huge level. We had a nice spike on the volume profile. We got big resistance right there from June and July. We also have the Gartley pattern from this low to the high. We're hitting 618 right there and 618 right here, and now the 7-8 to perfection, exactly that level, getting the bounce. We're getting supported. Everything is pointing out on Ethereum that after this large consolidation, we should be getting that bounce to the upside, 1,400, above 1,400. Basically, I would be aiming even to the 618 from this drop. It will probably sound a little crazy, but 1,550. And we're going to start facing a lot of resistance if we do hit that level in the next coming days. That is the moment I'll be bearish. There's no doubt in my mind I will be bearish at that level. But right over here, we're holding the range very nicely. It is a bit of a risky short. I am protecting position, guys. Note that, depending on how the S&P behaves and what kind of news we do have, it all depends with traditional markets. But the technicals are saying that, we should bounce. So far, we are getting the reaction. This was talked about, all the way on the 14th, 15th of September. We were very much waiting for this level to be hit and actually getting a reaction, getting a bounce, you know. For the moment, it is holding, so it is a significant level. Andy, do you use the log chart? Oh yeah, no, it is on now, but no, we don't. I don't use the log chart for the analysis, of course. No. It was on by mistake. There was not much difference, but yeah, not the log chart. Andy, what do you think? BTC hits 20k, Firejuki. I do think there is a high chance of Bitcoin hitting that 20k level. There is a high chance. Eyes right now are on the stock market, Federal Reserve, emergency meeting. You know, does anyone have any idea what they have talked about? What, bouncing to 30k when all the bad news are popping out? Ella, I'm just saying it's a possibility, okay? There is a possibility. So yeah, let's take a look at for the moment, we want to take a look at scalping opportunities, day trades, you know, despite where Bitcoin does go. We want to try and make some gains in this market, guys. Hi Andy, what is your future trading strategy to grow your capital if you are starting under $25 to potentially $2,500? Thank you. Wow, Game Gap. So your question here, thanks for the super chat. What is your futures trading strategy to grow your capital if you are starting under $25 to potentially $2,500? Well, I'll tell you what, my average gain per month is in between 5% and 15% of capital. A very good trading month would be gaining 10% of my capital. A bad trading month would be losing about 5%, okay? Very rarely I would lose 5% of my capital at the end of the month. I have had some months like that, but it's usually around about, 5 and 15% positive. So yeah, going from $25 to $2,500, it's almost a mission impossible. You might take a very long time to turn a $25 account into $2,500, unfortunately. This trading doesn't work like that, Game Gab. So, if you want to double your account, you could potentially realistically double your account in between 6 months and 1 year if you're doing things properly, right? So this is why it's interesting to have a $50,000 account or a $30,000 account, right? So you can actually make a steady wage, big wage. If you can make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month with a $30,000 account, that is very realistic. That's my answer for you, Game Gab. Thanks for the super chat. Litten Tree, please. Let's take a look at Litten Tree. Why not? What is the ticker symbol? Lit. Wow, this one's had a 42% pump today. What's going on? Yeah, 42% from all the way down there. It's not much of a... It's not too difficult, isn't it? But hey, it's been going up pretty nicely. Let's take a look at this one. Maybe some good news coming out from this one. I can check it out. I will take a look. It does ring a bell. I think I have done some research on this one in the past at some point. The name rings a bell. Let's take a look at Lit right away on the chart. It did manage to hold the range. It was hitting the point of control here just, a couple of days ago. That point of control was exactly around about the 60-cent level. So it was managing to consolidate here very, very nicely. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me that this is a bullish Gartley pattern. Don't tell me this. Yeah, this one did an insane Gartley pattern right there. That's pumping to perfection right now. Hopefully this cannot be traded on I think it cannot be traded on Bybit. Lit. Oh yeah, they do. Literally, you can trade this cryptocurrency on Bybit, guys. Remember, you do have an insane bonus down below if you do want to trade, literally or any of these other cryptos on Bybit. You do get an insane bonus down below, okay? It's up to $4,380 worth of bonus that can be claimed at the rewards hub. This is only for experienced traders, okay? If you do go to the rewards hub, once you sign up with the link, you'll be seeing different tabs with different bonuses, okay, at the rewards hub. All of those bonuses together is up to $4,380. You need to follow the steps. And this is free trading bonus, basically. You can trade with the bonus money and keep the profits. So check it out, guys. Link down below in the description for this Bybit bonus. This is the trading platforms that I use. I only use Bybit and PrimeXBT. There's where my trading funds are. I only trade on these platforms because on PrimeXBT I get the stock markets and I get different assets, and on Bybit I do get cheap fees on crypto, and they do have massive liquidity. For me, it's the place to go. So yeah, what I want to show you on this one, insanely enough, this one created a textbook, basically, Gartley pattern. It was absolutely, it's very difficult because it's volatile. You know that this level is big resistance on Literature, which is at the $1.10 range. Big support level right there, getting massive wicks, massive volatility, creating a lower high right there, hitting the level with not too much volatility, and then losing these lows and actually coming to the 7-8, right? It's absolutely insane. This one was, I don't trust that much harmonics on altcoins. It would have to be a higher time frame, and this is a higher time frame harmonic. But yeah, I basically trade harmonics on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But yeah, pretty insane Gartley pattern right there. Look at this, guys. It's hitting basically the 60% fib levels from this pump from the lows. It's hitting the 60% here, C point, as you can see, with a little bit of volatility. And then it's coming all the way down to the 7.879 from the lowest X point, as you can see. Small consolidation, bang, explosion. And I would assume that this is a 1-to-1 actually. Let me just take a look at Fibonacci time here from the lows to the center. It's a 1, yeah, right over here at the 1-to-1 is already the moment, okay? The 1-to-1 is the moment that you want to get ready because you are potentially going to explode. Of course, you didn't hit that 7-8 yet. As soon as you hit it, it's a level to go long. Absolutely insane. Beautiful right there. You cannot make this up. You can literally not make this up. It's going level to level. You have it right there in front of your face. And it's too late now, guys. This is the thing. You get people in the comment section saying, can you take a look at this crypto? It's pumping like crazy. Yeah, we missed that pump. If we would have been analyzing this just a few days ago, we probably would have detected this potential pump on Literature. Because you can see right there, it's been, hit that 7-8 from the X point to perfection. This is a 5-month pattern. Absolutely exploded from that D point. Especially hitting the point of control right there. You cannot add more confluence on that scenario for that pump. But guess what? We missed out. We missed out. It's actually hitting the take profit zone already, which is the 618 from the C point, right? You can take the highest range to the lows, hitting that 618 right there at this moment. Take profit 1, protect position. It can actually pump all the way up to the $1, $1.10, guys, in the next coming days. You might have a slight correction, but this one is likely to reach the C point. It's a take profit 2 zone. So yeah, not much to add. You know, this does look good, having some pretty nice volume, pumpy action. You know, if it does have a correction in the next coming days, coming hours, yeah, there is a possibility. Let me take a look at fib levels from the low to the highs. Yeah, the 75, 70 cent range, you know, got a nice cluster there of resistance zones. 50% 618, you could get that volatility down at this range. If you do get that consolidation at the 70, 75 cents here on Literature, you could very likely get that pumpy action after a few days hitting that range. But yeah, that was a shame. No major patterns right now. It's just pumping like crazy. You know, the second target is the C point. You know, you could jump into a correction. Well, it doesn't look bad. It would have been nice to analyze this one when we were down here. If we would have been down here, wow. Yeah, it's just you can see it. Point of control, Gartley pattern. Yeah, it was very likely to get a bounce. There's no way I would have been bearish at this level. At a support, point of control. And this call was from Capo Crypto. What call was from Capo Crypto? Beyond Infinity. The pump on lit. TRX on the high time frames for Game Pro. Absolutely. Let's take a look at TRX on the higher time frames right away. So let me go to TRX right away, and let me just quickly take a look at the super chat here. 1 second. Right away. And thank you. You are waiting for your group, afraid to trade alone, says Laura Marshall. Thank you, and you're waiting for my group. You're afraid to trade alone. Exactly. Well, if you're afraid to trade alone, you're probably risking more than you're willing to lose as well. And you know, you need to risk a small percentage of your capital and start getting into the trading game, right? Start getting into that trading game, feeling confident. So yeah, trading group will be launched by the end of October. And like I said, I get into high probability trades. There are days that I probably won't trade. I'm not trading today. You know, I'm in that Ethereum long position, but that one is protected, and this is a swing trade position, of course. Yeah, so that one is just there. But no scalping opportunities, no day trade opportunities. TRX, wow, is hit. Let's analyze TRX right away. Why not? Wow, TRX is hitting a resistance zone right now, and it potentially can pop or get highly rejected. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. You can see this is a multi-monthly, even yearly downtrend level. Okay, as you can see, you got lower highs, lower high on TRX, lower high. We're just holding here the resistance level. This one does look like it wants to pop. We broke out from this ascending channel. We just rounding off here, getting resistance. Hitting the 618 range from the drop. Not even reaching the 618. Almost. We've created a big, massive point of control here. If we do take a look at the volume traded the last few months. So going from June of 2021, massive big point of control right there. This one does look like it wants to pop, eh? It does look like it wants to pop. Let me just analyze here this scenario, because we probably already came down to the 618 from this pump. No, hitting 50%. Very difficult. I think a lot of these cryptos are waiting to see what happens with the stock market, to see what happens with Bitcoin. So far, Bitcoin is holding the $19,300 range. If anyone did get into that long position from these lows of 19,300, my suggestion would be start protecting position in this pump. I mean, that is basically the live trade we talked about on the live stream. I didn't trade it. You know, there is a slightly higher chance that you are going to get the bounce from this level, because what we talked about, we basically, you know, hitting this resistance zone as support. We did manage to break it with some kind of high volume, so we are likely to get supported from this range. I want to ask the community, did someone long the $19,300 range? Let me know right away. TRON bullish AF. Yeah, maybe yes. I mean, a lot of people transfer on the TRON network. Insanely low fees, and you know, it has a high probability in having some bullish momentum. No, I did not long BTC. It says Game Pro. Yeah, this was not a high probability trade. There's high probability, but not insanely high probability. So for me, this is a 60% chance that it's going to get a bounce from this level, maybe to come all the way up to the 618 or almost claim the highs. You know, we just hit 50% right now from the lows. I think 618, which is at 19,430, is possible. But I want to get into trades, you know the deal, where there's 75% of chance, you know, 70-80% chance of, you know, that my trade is going to work well because we're adding confluence. Olu says, yes, with a 40x leverage. I did long with tight stop loss. 19,339. Yes. Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy. But yeah, good on you. I would protect position, guys. Stay cautious. Stay cautious, protect position. We could get another leg up here above 19,400. And I would start taking profits and protecting position, okay? Good on you. I longed at 19,400. Whoa, that's... Why did you long there? Why did you long in the middle of this range? I'm long from 19,300. Absolutely phenomenal. Good on you guys. Guys, this is going to be it. There's not much to add. I am leaning a little bit slightly bullish. The S&P 500 broke resistance. It is at a big support range also on the higher time frames. So if we do take a look at the S&P 500 and zoom out on the 4 hourly, we can see that this range is probably not yet going to be broken successfully, and we could get that bounce in the shorter time frames for the next, you know, this week, next week. It is possible. So if the S&P 500 is holding the range and could get a bounce, we need to switch and think, okay, this can potentially give Bitcoin that relief rally. So this is why I am just leaning slightly bullish, not predicting that we're going to pump, but not trading it, of course. But I am leaning that we could potentially see the move out to the upside instead of to the downside. You know the deal, guys. I want to get out from this big zone. 19,500, 600 range is huge resistance. We talked about this on yesterday's video. Okay, if we go to the 1 hourly chart, this is a huge range that we have been trading in for the last 10 days. And we need to get out from this range, guys, to find those high probability trade scenarios. For the moment, it's just getting rejected from highs and rejected from support. Once we get that big breakout and get out from the zone, we will be finding great trading opportunities. So we'll be doing a live stream tomorrow morning or midday Central European time, so we can get some Americans also on the live stream. This is why I did the live stream in the US Open. And not much to add, guys. It's unfortunately boring price action. We got the emergency meeting that nobody knows what has happened, what is going to happen. No volatility just yet, we could get that volatility, guys, in the next coming hours, as soon as we do see the press or other entities, getting all this information from the private meeting. Stay safe on your trading. Check out the bonuses. I will be doing another live stream tomorrow, guys, and we'll be looking for those trading opportunities. The only one today, the scalping scenario, it was right over here, this low 19,300. It wasn't highly probable, but there is high probability, small high probability, in getting that bounce. And it is getting that bounce at this moment. Not much volatility, guys, unfortunately. Thank you for joining the live stream. Check out Bitcoinsensus website. We'll be doing a better live stream tomorrow if we are going to get that volatility. If we do start getting volatility in the next coming hours,